Good evening everybody and welcome back to JWE Friday Night Eclipse. Tonight we're in Akron, Ohio, where we are just one show away from our next PLE of the year, JWE Against the Odds. With just one more show to go before our championships are put on the line again, it is imperative that our champions and championship contenders do whatever they can to prepare themselves. What surprises and plot twists lay ahead of us? Only time will tell. Get ready for an incredible night of entertaining matches, because this is Eclipse. And starting off our night, it is looking like a preview match for our championship match in just a couple of days for the women's Cruiserweight Championship belt. And making her way to the ring is your women's Cruiserweight champion, the Plague Doctor, Lexibor. And stop me if you've heard this one before. Lexi and Sophie fighting for the championship belt. These two just can't get away from each other, I swear. And they're going to have potentially two matches against each other in like 3 days. Yeah. Anyway, I've kind of already spoiled who her opponent is. It is humanity's companion, Sophie. Here we go, referee rings the bell, and they meet in the middle. With Lexi immediately winning the grapples, tossing Sophie into her corner, and a spear in the corner, stomp to the gut. And the alley-oop. Lexi rolling Sophie onto her back, trapping the arm, stomping on the hand. And now we'll kick to the thigh. And again. Stomp to the ankle now. And now sending Sophie for an Irish whip, diving underneath, over the top. And a pop-up enziguri, and Lexi going for a quick pin. There's one. Sophie with a quick kick out. Looking to get some looking to get some offense going, but Lexi with a grapple from behind suplex is going to put an end to that, but Sophie looked for the wheelbarrow. Lexi catching that, but Sophie with an arm drag. Now backflip suplex. Picking up the leg, and there's a leg DDT. And again. Sophie sending Lexi for an Irish whip. Again, there's a pendulum backbreaker. Right into the stump leg puller. And again. But Lexi slipping out from behind. And an elbow right to the back of the leg, sending Sophie down, going for the pin. There's one. Sophie kicks out. Lexi with a shot to the spine. But Sophie with the enziguri. Lining up. And the missile dropkick finds its mark. Sophie sending Lexi right into the referee. And Lexi with a turnstile elbow into a running knee strike. And now heading into the corner. Faking the finisher. Sophie with the back elbow. Springboard bulldog. And now toss into the corner. Sophie lining up at Lexi with the kick out. And the enziguri going for the tornado kick. There's two. Sophie kicks out. Sophie with the Hurricane Rana reversal and the ground and pound. And now going for the pin, middle of the ring. No chance at a rope break, but a chance at a zero kick. And there it is. Lexi with the reversal from the springboard. And sending Sophie out onto the apron. And there's a spike apron DDT. Lexi forcing Sophie back up to her feet. And a toss into the corner. Into the ring. Springboard. 180 crossbody and the pin. There's one. There's two. Sophie kicks out. Looking for the stomp, but Sophie rolling out of the way. Springboard bulldog. Forcing Lexi up to her feet, kick to the chest. And there's a chicken wing DDT. Going for the pin, there's one, there's two, and Lexi's not gonna go down. This match continues. Standing shooting star press and the pin. There's one. There's two. Lexi again kicking out. Sophie heading up top. Corkscrew crossbody and the pin. There's one. There's two. And still no three. Sophie applying the pressure and Lexi fighting out of all that pressure. There's a double knee stunner. bottom rope moonsault. Perhaps this is the one. There's one, there's two, and finally.
Here is your winner,
Sophie showing off her persistence, and that's exactly what won her that match. All she had to do was weather the storm. And she's looking really good to win the championship belt on Sunday. And for our next matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is your Women's Nexus Champion, Fiora.
The following is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Stillwater, the Women's NXT Champion, Harmonious.
And her opponent, it is the Detective Prince. It is Naoto Shirogane. Now match starts, they meet in the middle, with Naoto immediately with a pullback knee to the gut. Wrist clutch, and again using her knees, this time to the jaw. Now a stomp to the upper arm, picking Fiora up, and, well, another knee. And now Naoto not taking any prisoners early on this match. Just dealing incredible damage to Fiora right now. There's, well, 2 more knees. And there's the pin. There's one. Fiora kicks out. And a kick, almost a knee to the spine. And now Naoto locking in the headlock, trying to make the Nexus Champion tap. With Fiora elbowing out, trying to get a little bit of offense going. There's a jumping scissor kick. Springboard Hurricane Rana. And the double foot stomp connects Fiora with a kick to the chest. And now Rise, trying her best to distract Fiora and allow Naoto back up to her feet. Referee really needs to get a handle on this. Naoto, would you believe it? Another knee. And again, and again, and again. No, Naoto, wrist clutch. And 2 more knees. Forcing Fiora back up to her feet. And the Irish whip, pop up. And a slugging right hand. Fiora crawling to the corner, desperately trying to get some offense going, but Naoto and her knees preventing any of that. Naoto heading up top. Flying fist connects. And forcing Fiora back up to her feet. Chicken wing. But Fiora with the reversal, excuse me. Almost said removal with the reversal. And can she turn this around? There's the Irish whip. And a spinning back elbow. Wrist clutch sending Naoto into the corner. And a corner end Zagiri. Dragging Naoto away from the ropes. Standing corkscrew shooting star and the pin. Referee not in good position. There's one. Naoto kicks out. Fiora with a springboard from the top. Naoto heading to the ropes, climbing up. And Fiora with a kick, with a big boot, sending Naoto to the outside and joining her along the outside. Looking for the double knee, or looking for the knee strike, but Naoto rolling out of the way. Fiora winning the grapple. And the half hitch kicks to the chest. Now kicks to the face. Referee already at the count of 5. Fiora sending Naoto face first into the ring post. But Naoto kicking her off. There's 7. Need to be careful here. There's 8. Naoto heading back in. Fiora catching her breath. There's 9. It's now or never, Fiora. There we go. Fiora's back in. Springboard Hurricane Rana again. And now wrist clutch armbar. Locking in the submission hold. And letting go. I'm not sure if the referee called for a rope break or not. But Fiora heading up top. Getting Naoto back up to her feet. Looking for the top rope takedown, but Naoto with the reversal and the double knees. Because of course she had Fiora land on her knees. Naoto forcing Fiora back up to her feet. And a really cool shot from our camera person. Going for the pin. There's 1. There's 2. Naoto kicks out. Or excuse me, Fiora kicks out. Naoto forcing the champ back up to her feet. Chicken wing. Into the armbar. Locking in the submission hold. And referee again telling Naoto to release. Now Naoto with a spinning elbow. Fiora back up to her feet. And another takedown. There's one, there's two, and Fiora is not going to kick out, and Naoto. Domination. Naoto didn't have a good run at the championship belt last year, but maybe this year's her year. And for our next matchup, introducing first, on a 4-5 match losing streak, I forget exactly how many it is, but it's been a while. It is the Phantom Fox, representing the Phantom Thieves of Heart. It's Yusuke Kitagawa. And his opponent, it is 9S.
Weighing in at 235 pounds, Niles S.
Yuka referee rings the bell. They meet in the middle, with 9S immediately with a pullback back elbow and an elbow drop. And that will cut her DDT. Yusuke grabbing 9S from behind, walking him to the southern ropes, but 9S with an elbow getting out. Backflip kick. Now 9S lining up. And a clothesline sending Yusuke tumbling to the outside. Backstretch on the outside, just putting torque on Yusuke. Yusuke fighting out quickly. Winning the grapple and tossing 9S over to the side. Nines taking his time along the outside. And Yusuke, for some reason, decided to join him along the outside, immediately met by a suplex. Ducking underneath that kick and sending Yusuke back inside the ring. There's 5. Yusuke looking for the baseball slide. And 9S finally back into the ring. Yusuke with the kicks. And going for the pin, but not even a 1 count. Yusuke heading up top. Diving double foot. Somehow finds his mark, and now springboard moonsault connects. Yusuke picking up 9S by the wrist, stomps to the back. And now kick to the side of the head, Yusuke sending 9S for a run, looking for the uppercut, but 9S with the reversal. Turning Yusuke around, and now Kojai clutch locked in. Looking to make it Fox tap, but Fox punching his way out. And Yusuke avoiding the grapple. Clothesline sending 9S down. Forcing him back up. And a satellite takedown into the armbar, but 9S immediately finding the strength to get out. Nines with a stomp, turning Yusuke around, and now sleeper hold from behind. Again looking for the submission, and Yusuke fights out. And now Yusuke going for the pin. There's 1, there's 2, 9S kicks out. And now Yusuke lining up the strong style knees, but 9S scouting that out, getting out of the way, and there's a double leg drop kick. Lining up. Yusuke turning that around. Half hitch knee raises. 9S rolling to the outside. And Yusuke with a flip, suicide takedown to the outside. Yusuke forcing 9S back up to his feet. And back into the ring. Yusuke taking his time along the outside, catching his breath, but heading back inside before 7. Irish whip into the strong style kick. And the pin to end the streak. There's 2. No. Nines fights out. And the recoil. Going for the pin. There's 1. There's 2. Yusuke kicks out. And Yusuke, his losing streak isn't because he's suddenly bad. It's not because he's suddenly washed. He just can't seem to put his opponents away. But he's constantly been in the fights. Like, not just literally, but he's almost won these, but just can't get away. Looking for the knee. Nina stepping out of the way. And now Yusuke heading to the outside. Nines forcing Yusuke back up to his feet. Irish whip into the corner. Or excuse me, into the ring. There's 3. Nines just staring him down. I didn't even notice that Nines was bleeding. There's an uppercut, although I guess, yeah, it was that strong style kick that busted him open. Right, I forgot. There's an elbow from Yusuke, forcing Nines up to his feet, spinning back fist. But Nines crawling to the corner. Yusuke lining up. And Nines looking for the recoil. Yusuke getting out of the way just a little bit too early on that springboard forearm. Nines sending Yusuke into the corner, turning him around. And the alley-oop. Stomp to the spine. And now another sleeper hold applied to Yusuke. I was going to say, does he have the strength to tap? Does he have the strength to fight out? No, he taps out. And the losing streak continues despite putting up a well-fought match. It was not meant to be. Your winner, Nines. And ending our first half of matches. Introducing first, it is the one and only Sir Bones.
Weighing in at 100 pounds, gentlemen, boom!
And his opponent. It is your men's Cruiserweight champion, Nagito Komaeda.
And his opponent from Japan, weighing in at 143 pounds, the men's undisputed hybrid Cruiserweight champion with Kobayashi.
And these two still absolutely despising each other. We were fairly close, we were very close in fact, to this being a backstage brawl, but they somehow made it to the ring. Now referee rings the bell. Bones immediately beginning with a knee, forcing Nagito back up to his feet. Springboard flying forearm. And now looking for one of the most explosive moves in wrestling history. It is the People's Moonsault. Nagito with the Irish whip though. And a jumping knee strike. Bones crawling to the corner, Nagito staring him down. But Bones with the reversal. Forcing Nagito back up to his feet, and Nagito with the reversal. And a kick to the back of the head, into the baseball slide suplex. Nagito crawling back into the ring. Springboard moonsault. And the pin, there's one. Bones kicks out. Now just cranking on the neck. Picking up Bones and a powerbomb. And going for the pin, there's one. Bones kicks out. Forcing Bones back up to his feet, but Sir Bones avoiding the grapple. Springboard flying forearm. And now the clothesline, the tackle, and the sling blade. Nagito with the reversal and a springboard sending Bones off, or a hot shot sending Bones off the apron. Nagito sending Sir Bones back into the ring. And a knee strike for good measure. Nagito springboard, crossbody, and the pin, or the springboard moonsault. There's two. Bones kicks out. Punch to the top of the head. Bones fighting his way out. Irish whip. Diving underneath. Over top. Single arm drag into the cartwheel double leg drop kick. Bones heading to the outside. Heading up top, and a corkscrew, but nobody's home. Nagito sending Bones into the corner, but Bones with the reversal. Trying to walk Nagito into the furthest corner possible, and Nagito fighting his way out. And the DDT going for the pin. There's one, there's two. Bones kicks out. And Bones with a huge big boot. Tossing Nagito into the corner, knife edge chop. But Nagito elbowing himself out. Suplex connects. And here goes springboard crossbody. And forcing the Bones back up to his feet. And a choke slam. Forcing Sir Bones up to his feet, but Bones with an elbow right to the... Yeah, no, I don't want to know where that elbow landed. Head scissor elbow to the crown and the pin. There's one, there's two, and Nagito kicks out. Bones picking up Nagito. There's a neck breaker. Irish whip, arm drag, and another cartwheel drop kick. And now Sir Bones heading up top. Cartwheel splash, this one connects. And the pin, there's one, there's two, and Nagito kicks out. And now Bones taking a bow to the audience. He knows that the fans are loving this match. And another People's Moonsault. Rolling Nagito onto his back. Or onto his stomach, now onto his back. Leg DDT. Nagito avoiding the stomp. And elbowing out Bones. You really need to stop walking Nagito. He's just gonna elbow out immediately. And Nagito with the scissor kick. But Sir Bones with the reversal. Irish whip, and what the hell was that, Bones? Getting lucky. Walking Nagito to the Eastern ropes. Bouncing him off the ropes into his elbow. Now into the corner. Running corner uppercut. Moonsault. Or shooting star press, excuse me. There's one, there's two, and finally. Bones puts Nagito down. And Nagito, is he injured? Referee calling for security, or excuse me, calling for the medical staff. And I think Nagito might be injured. And now for our first tag team match of the evening. Introducing first, it is your tag team champions, the Big Bang Theory.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 295 pounds, the men undisputed hybrid, the tag team world champions, Boom!
And their opponents. They are your former tag team champions, the Skelebros.
At a combined weight of 250 pounds, Too Cool!
Here go Shuichi and Papyrus to first in the ring. And referee rings the bell, and hopefully this match doesn't give me an aneurysm. Shuichi sending Papyrus into the corner. And now a top rope backstretch. Sans trying to knock Shuichi off the apron, but Shuichi heading into the ring just in time, and there's an uppercut. Forcing Papyrus back up to his feet, turning him around. And now armbar locked in right next to the ropes, but Papyrus deciding to be a little bit flashy. And now tagging in his brother. Sans versus Shuichi. Sans with a running scissor kick, Shuichi back up to his feet. Sans with a guillotine DDT. Forcing Shuichi back up to his feet. Tossing him into the corner. And an elbow right to the gut. Alley-oop powerbomb. And now Sans heading up top. Telling Shuichi to get up. And a flying clothesline connects, Sans forcing Shuichi back up to his feet. And a toss into the corner again. Shoulder tackle. And another powerbomb. And the pin, there's one, there's two, Shuichi kicks out. And now Sans stomping on the hand, forcing Shuichi up to his feet. Tagging in Papyrus, kick to the gut. And I don't think this was entirely Shuichi's plan, staying in the ring for this long. Tossing Papyrus into the corner, turning him around. And Shuichi, you probably should tag in Kaito sooner or later. Shuichi with a face buster on the top, on the middle turnbuckle, going for the pin. There's one. Papyrus kicks out. Still not going for the tag. There we go, there's a tag. Kaito's back in. Or Kaito's in, not back in. He's in. First time this match. And immediately tossed into the corner by Papyrus. Facebuster. And Kaito elbowing out. First clutch kick to the gut. And a kneeling DDT. Kaito tagging Shuichi back in. Papyrus crawling to the corner. Shuichi a little bit late on the attack, but clothesline Sans. And there's the guillotine leg drop. Shuichi back in. Sans with the reversal. Taking Shuichi down. Headlock. Pulling back and Shuichi fighting out. Sending Sans into the corner. And again, just working on the arm. Again, another dangling armbar. And now Shuichi with an arm breaker. Not entirely sure what Kaito is doing. Shuichi with an arm breaker, forcing Sans back up to his feet. To the corner. Tagging in Kaito. And the Big Bang drop. Sans with the reversal. Picking up Kaito, sending him for an Irish whip. And a scoop slam, excuse me. Sans turning Kaito around. Single shoulder suplex and the pin in the corner. There's one. There's two. Kaito kicks out. Sans trapping the arm, stomping on the hand. And the right hands finding their way through. Sans forcing Kaito back up to his feet. And a guillotine DDT. Forcing Kaito back up. And walking him to the corner. Kaito with a reversal. Sending Sans into the corner. Tagging Shuichi back in. Here we go. Irish whip. The trip. And the elbow drop. And I have no idea why Papyrus is still just hanging out on the outside and not on the apron. Shuichi forcing Sans up to his feet. Irish whip. Diving underneath, looking for the back fist, or looking for the spinning back fist. With Sans stepping out of the way, Shuichi with the reversal. Diving underneath, jumping over, spinning back elbow, and here comes the pin. Papyrus in the ring to break it up. There we go, Papyrus. That's where you belong, buddy. Shuichi sending Sans into the corner, looking for the left hand, but Sans turning that around. And now wrist clutch. Satellite DDT. And Sans forcing Shuichi up to his feet. Walking him to the northeast corner. And a scoop slam. Sans heading up top. Staring down Shuichi. And allowing the tag. Kaito in the ring, single leg drop kick. Papyrus looking for the tag, not getting it. There's the pin, there's 1, 2. Sans kicks out. And a facebuster, but I think Kaito is looking for the headlock. Sans fighting his way out, and now Papyrus in the ring. Papyrus with a facebuster and the pin. There's 1, 2. Kaito kicks out. And there's a chicken wing neck breaker. Kaito with the reversal. Sending Papyrus into the corner, looking for the clothesline, but Papyrus elbows out. And a suplex. Kaito crawling to the corner, gets the tag. And Shuichi with the crossroads. Leg up, going for the pin. There's 1, there's 2. Sans breaking it up. Shuichi with a neck breaker, giving Sans, or sending Sans a message. Shuichi, you do realize that Sans isn't the legal man, right? You could just toss him outside the ring. Papyrus with a neck breaker, with a leg drop neck breaker, forcing Shuichi back up to his feet. Kick to the chest. Chicken wing facebuster. Forcing Shuichi back up to his feet. A toss into the corner. Pulling him away. And no idea what happened. Fire sending Shuichi into the corner, pulling him away. And a diving elbow. And here comes the pin. Kaito breaks that up. And now Papyrus sending Kaito into the corner. And walking Shuichi into the other corner. Papyrus back into the ring, and there's a clothesline. And Shuichi heading to the outside. Papyrus with an elbow. Before heading to the outside, back elbow. And a neck breaker. And now chasing after Kaito for literally no reason. Do these... did they completely forget that this isn't a tornado tag match? Five count. Shuichi, better be careful. There's 6. Spike DDT. And I have no idea what these two teams are doing. Papyrus with the elbows to the spine. And a waist lock face slam and the pin. There's 1. There's 2, and well, I guess it worked. Papyrus got the 3 count.
Here are your winners.
that was chaotic. And now our second tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first, it is Chie Sadonaka and Yukiko Amagi, the Twin Dragons.
Is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, the Lucha Dragons.
And their opponents is your former tag team champions,
And their opponents,
Harmonious Truth,
Consequences.
Sayaka Mizono and Kyoko Kirigiri. Looking to get themselves back on track. Normal tag team matches haven't really been too kind to them. Here go Chie and Kyoko, the first in the ring. Chie immediately opening up with a springboard Hurricane Rana. And a falling knee to the inside of the arm. Kyoko back up to her feet and avoiding the Enzigiri. Sending Chie into the corner, now tagging in Sayaka, kick to the stomach. But Chie fighting out. Sending Sayaka for a run, tossing her into the Twin Dragons corner. And now a wrist clutch. Slap to the chest. And a corkscrew arm drag. Forcing Sayaka back up to her feet. And a kneeling DDT connects. And now tagging in Yukiko. Yukiko with a pullback and knee to the gut. And now going for the pin, there's one, Sayaka kicks out. Springboard forearm. And now Sayaka Desperado tag. Both Yukiko and Kyoko avoiding each other's attacks. Spinning heel kick. And now Kyoko with a choke slam right onto the knee. And tossing Yukiko into the corner, tagging Sayaka back in. Double arm drag. Saika with a knee to the face. But Yukiko with an enziguri reversal. Tossing Saika into the corner. And some half-hitch knee raises. Yukiko with a running drive-by and now tagging Chie back in. Chie sending Saika into the corner, but Saika with an elbow getting out. Low altitude heel kick. And a knee buster into the elbow drop. And Saika taking in Kyoko. Kyoko with a snap mirror. Into a running big knee. And sending Chie into the corner again, sending her face first into the turnbuckle. But Chie fighting out. Kyoko winning the grapple, walking her to the northeast corner. And not dealing any more damage, instead taking in her teammate to deal the damage. But Chie taking initiative, tossing Saika into the corner, knee to the gut, kick to the thigh. Now Irish whip, double back body drop. And a knee sending Saika tumbling to the outside. And now Yukiko fighting Kyoko, trying to knock her off the apron, but Kyoko saying no thank you. And now Yukiko going for the pin. There's one, there's two. Saika powers out. Saika with a reversal in the corner. And walking Yukiko to the southwest corner. Face first into the turnbuckle. And again. Yukiko sending Saika into the corner again. Half-hitch knee raises. And another drive-by. And now tagging Chie back in. And a soccer ball kick to the gut. Moonsault. And Chie sending Saika for a run. Diving underneath. Scoop into the spine buster and a standing shooting star press. And Chie looking for the tornado kick. But Saika rolling out of the way. And just working on the arm. And taking in Kyoko. Kyoko with the waist lock. But Chie with the reversal. And now dead lift German suplex. And Chie elbowing out. Kick to the gut, and there's a jumping facebuster. Kyoko back up to her feet. But Chie with a heel kick and sending Kyoko into the corner, tagging in Yukiko. Yukiko with a running clothesline, forcing Kyoko back up to her feet. Into the corner again, setting her up top. And an avalanche kick, sending Kyoko tumbling down. Middle rope moonsault. And the pin. Here comes Sayaka to break it up. But Kyoko kicking out at 1. Yukiko sending Sayaka to the outside. Clearing the ring. Looking for the scoop slam, but Kyoko with the reversal. Sending Yukiko into the corner. And what is Kyoko thinking here? Just some mud stomps into a drive-by of her own. And a toss into the corner, tagging in Sayaka. Sayaka almost not making it in time, but there's a double underhook body drop, and somehow Yukiko getting that tag. Sayaka with a piggyback suplex. There's 1, there's 2. Chie kicks out. And a Hurricane Rana finds its mark. Catching Chie with that kick, and now an Irish whip into the corner. And the arm drag into the pin. There's 1. And only 1. It's kind of surprising that was only 1 count this late in the match.
That's a good tag.
And now Chie going for the pin. But Kyoko getting out without any help. Sending Chie into the corner. And a clothesline in the corner, taking her down. And there's the neck snap. Kyoko forcing Chie back up to her feet. Irish whip into the corner, setting her up. And an avalanche Hurricane Rana. Getting a little bit too taunt happy though. Allowing Yukiko to be tagged in. Kyoko looking for the suplex, but Yukiko with the reversal. Kyoko somehow still with the advantage. There's a knee. Kick to the spine. And now armbar. Excuse me. The ankle lock, high ankle lock. And Chie is gonna break that up. Tagging in Sayaka. Sayaka forcing Yukiko back up to her feet, tossing her into the corner, and there's the tag. The trip into the elbow drop. And now just torturing that ankle. Kyoko forcing Yukiko back up to her feet. Irish whip. And a high choke. Kyoko should probably think about going for a pin sometime soon, or at least a tag. Yukiko with the reversal. And now going after Saika, allowing Kyoko to recover a little bit, but not too much. And now Yukiko sending Kyoko into the corner, and this is what I was saying, that she should probably think about going for the pin sometime soon because Yukiko tags out. And now Chie going for the pin, and Saika's going to break that up. See, Kyoko, that's really what you should have been doing. There's a moonsault from Chie. Sending Kyoko into the corner, but Kyoko fighting her way out. The scoop. And sending sending Chie face first into the turnbuckle. Irish whip into the corner. And a neck snap. Okay, now you go for the pin. Of course, now you go for the pin. Yukiko breaks that up. But Kyoko, you really shouldn't be wasting this opportunity. Chie's not. Tornado kick or cyclone kick and the pin. There's one, there's two, and Kyoko's not going to kick out.
Here are your winners, the Lucha Dragon.
Chie being opportunistic, and it paid off. And for a penultimate matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is the Undying one,
Is scheduled for one
Undyne.
making her way to the ring from the Queen City, the unrelenting Iruma.
And her opponent, it is your Women's Universal Champion, your former Miss Money in the Bank. It is the Ultimate Inventor, Iruma.
And from Japan, the Women's Undisputed Hybrid Universal Champion, the Engineer, Uniform Made Iron.
Now referee rings the bell. Miu with an immediate clothesline. Now tripping Undyne, turning her around. Waistlock into an elbow to the back of the head. And now walking Undyne to the southern ropes. And turning her around. Irish whip sending Undyne into the corner, and there's an elbow. But Undyne kicking out. Knife edge chops, but Miu with the reversal, and now a back stretch. The torso stretch. But Undyne fighting out. Miu with an arm breaker. Picking up Undyne and a kick right to the back of the head. And now stomps to the face. Looking for the stomp, but Undyne rolling out of the way, but here comes Miu with a scoop powerbomb. And another back stretch. But Undyne fighting her way out. Undyne with a running kick. And now just doing push-ups just to get in Miu's, just getting in her head a little bit. And now fishhook submission applied, but Miu's gonna fight out. Undyne heading up top, and there's a crossbody to the outside. And a stomp to the upper arm, Undyne forcing Miu up to her feet. And a toss to the inside. And now Undyne looking for the fish hook. Never mind, the sleeper hold is applied. Thought that was going to be a fish hook suplex, but no, sleeper hold. Miu elbowing out. Miu walking Undyne to the eastern ropes. And a huge foot stomp and the pin. There's one, there's two. Undyne going for the rope break. But Miu, I'm assuming blocking that view, it wasn't very clear. And another controversial victory for Miu. But honestly, knowing her, she'll take any win however they come. And for our main event of the evening, introducing first, it is your former Universal Champion and your former Mr. Money in the Bank,
From Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 225 pounds.
it is the Lone Wolf, Zenkichi Hasegawa. And his opponent. It is the hero of the Homs, the Beast, Dunban.
Weighing in at 180 pounds, the Beast, Dunban.
And referee rings the bell. They meet in the middle with Zenkichi immediately beginning with the combo. But Dunban turning that around, sending Zenkichi into a pullback knee to the gut. Now looking for the moonsault, but Zenkichi rolling out of the way. Zenkichi with a springboard flying forearm. And the pin, there's one, there's two. Dunban kicks out. Dunban with the Irish whip, jumping over the top, diving underneath. And a suplex. Walking Zenkichi over to the western ropes, turning him around. And now snap mirror into a leg drop. Stomp to the wrist. Stomp to the ankle. Stomp to the face. And now stomps to the back of the head. Dunban going for the pin, excuse me, there's one, Zenkichi kicks out. Zenkichi rolling to the outside. Dunban looking for the suicide spear, but completely missing. That was a very painful looking landing. Zenkichi forcing Dunban back up to his feet, and honestly, I hope that Dunban's okay. It looked like he landed on his neck, which you never want to see, but he's back up to his feet. He is walking around. Possibly adrenaline, but this isn't a Waluigi situation. Hopefully not. Zenkichi grabbing Dunban by the hair, and now headlock applied, putting even more pressure on that injured neck. Dunban elbowing out. Clotheslines. Dunban catching the kick and tripping Zenkichi. Zenkichi with a running big boot. And a knee to the thigh and again and again. And now the ground and pounds. Zenkichi forcing Dunban up to his feet. Springboard Enziguri sends them both down. Looking for the stomp. Dunban back up to his feet, turning Zenkichi around. And there's a facebuster. Dunban lining up the finisher. Born in a world of strife, against the odds, we choose to fight. Blossom Dance. Even though I think that was a Tempest kick, actually. There's one. There's two. Zenkichi kicks out. Dunban heading up top, looking for the knee, but Zenkichi rolling out of the way. And Zenkichi with the clotheslines. And the pin attempt. There's one. There's two. Dunban kicks out. Zenkichi forcing Dunban back up to his feet. And looking for the three amigos. Nope, never mind. Thought that was going to be the three amigos. Nope, just a side suplex into the backbreaker, and now Zenkichi looking for the Wolf's Bane powerbomb. And the pin, there's one, there's two, and Zenkichi cannot do it. Dunban kicks out just before three. There's a moonsault. Zenkichi trying again. There's one, there's two, and still not getting the three. Dunban still with the wherewithal to elbow out. Turning Zenkichi around, Zenkichi with a sharp elbow. Over the shoulders, but Dunban finding out. And a stomp to the jaw, going for the pin. There's one. "12-6 elbow, and now Dunban with a standing moonsault. Forcing Zenkichi up to his feet. Here we go. Born in a world of strife, against the odds who choose to fight. Blossom dance. And the pin. There's one. There's two. Zenkichi kicks out. Suicide spear connects this time. And I can only assume that Dunban's neck is no longer bothering him. But Zenkichi tossing Dunban back into the ring. Which, you know, I'm thankful for, because you never want to see injuries like those. That's why Waluigi's was so devastating. There's two. Dunban kicks out. Yeah, that's why Waluigi's injury was so devastating. And now Zenkichi with another backbreaker, going for the pin. There's one, there's two, and Dunban does not have the strength, and Zenkichi showing that he can still win. And he can absolutely fight for the championship belt yet again. And as we watch Zenkichi's celebration, I'd like to thank you all for joining us here tonight on Eclipse, and hope to see you on Sunday for Against the Odds, as we head into our first break of the year. Just taking a break, or just taking a week off to God, what's the word I'm looking for? Recuperate? No, that's not word. No. Recover? I'm forgetting the word, I'm sorry. But anyway, Against the Odds, Sunday night. You don't want to miss it. But until then, we are signing out from Akron, Ohio. See ya.